You wouldn't believe what I discovered when I opened that drawer. I thought I knew my husband, but I was so wrong. For 3 years, my family laughed at him. They called him lazy, useless, a failure. I defended him, but deep down, I also felt ashamed. How could I not? He never worked, never brought money home. He just stayed in his room, typing on his laptop. I thought he was playing games. But yesterday, at our anniversary dinner, everything changed. His secretary called him Mr. Chairman. I almost dropped my glass. Who was this man I married? And why did he hide the truth from me? My name is Maria, and I am 30 years old. I am a Filipino woman, and I work as a waitress in a small restaurant. My husband, Carlos, has not worked a single day since we got married. My family hates him. My mother says, "Maria, you married a beggar." My father says, he is a shame to our family. My brother, Miguel, laughs at him every time we visit. I feel so embarrassed. But I love Carlos. He is kind and gentle. He always listens to me. He cooks dinner and cleans the house. But he never talks about money. When I ask him, "Carlos, why don't you find a job?" he just smiles and says, "Trust me, Maria. Everything will be fine." I don't understand. How can everything be fine when we have no money? We live in a small apartment. The roof leaks when it rains. We eat rice and eggs almost every night. I work double shifts just to pay the rent. I am so tired. But Carlos doesn't seem worried. He spends hours on his laptop, typing and reading. I think he is just wasting time. One day, my brother Miguel visits. He sees Carlos on the laptop and laughs. "Still playing games, Carlos? When will you grow up?" Carlos doesn't answer. He just closes the laptop and walks away. I feel angry at Miguel, but I also feel angry at Carlos. Why doesn't he defend himself? Why doesn't he prove them wrong? That night, I cry in bed. Carlos holds my hand and whispers, "I promise, Maria. Soon, everyone will know the truth." I don't believe him. I think he is just dreaming. Our 3rd anniversary arrives. My mother insists on having a dinner at her house. I know she wants to humiliate Carlos again. She prepares a big meal, but she only invites our family. No friends. She wants to show everyone how poor Carlos is. I wear my best dress, a simple blue one I bought secondhand. Carlos wears an old suit. It is too big for him, but he smiles. "You look beautiful, Maria," he says. I feel a little happy. At dinner, my father starts. "Carlos, when will you get a job? My daughter works like a slave while you sit at home." My brother Miguel adds, "Yeah, maybe you can be a janitor. That's the only job you can do." Everyone laughs. I look down at my plate. Carlos stays calm. He takes a sip of water and says nothing. Then, the doorbell rings. My mother opens the door. A tall woman in a black suit stands there. She looks important. She holds a briefcase. I am looking for Mr. Carlos Ramirez, she says. My mother points to Carlos. That lazy man? Why do you want him? The woman walks to Carlos. She bows slightly. Mr. Chairman, the board meeting is in 1 hour. Your car is waiting outside. Everyone freezes. My father drops his fork. Miguel's mouth falls open. I stare at Carlos. Chairman? I whisper. Carlos, what is she talking about? Carlos stands up. He straightens his old suit. I am the CEO of Ramirez Holdings, he says quietly. I own the largest company in the city. I have been running it from home for 3 years. I feel the room spin. My mother screams, that's a lie. He is a beggar. But the woman hands me a document. It says Carlos Ramirez, Chairman and CEO. I look at my husband. He is not the man I thought he was. Carlos takes my hand. I wanted to tell you, Maria. But I was afraid. I wanted you to love me for who I am, not for my money. I start crying. All this time, you let them call you names? Why? He smiles. Because I knew the truth would come out. And I wanted you to see that I am not ashamed of being your husband. I am proud. My father stands up, his face red. You tricked us. You made us look like fools. Carlos looks at him calmly. No, you made yourselves look like fools. You judged me without knowing me. You treated me like dirt. But Maria never stopped loving me. She is the only one who deserves my wealth. Miguel tries to speak, but Carlos raises a hand. Don't. I have heard enough from you for 3 years. He turns to me. Maria, I bought a new house. It has a garden, just like you always wanted. We can move tomorrow. You don't have to work anymore. You can study, travel, do anything you want. I am speechless. I look at my family. They are all staring at me with envy and regret. My mother whispers, Maria, I am sorry. We were wrong. But I don't care about their apologies. I only care about Carlos. He kept a secret, but his heart was always honest. I hug him tightly. I love you, Carlos. Not for your money. For you. That night, Carlos and I walk out of my mother's house hand in hand. I don't look back. The past 3 years were hard, but they taught me something important. Never judge a person by what they have or don't have. Love is not about money. It is about trust, patience, and kindness. Carlos hid his wealth, but he never hid his love. He accepted my family's insults because he wanted me to choose him freely. And I did. Now, I live in a beautiful house with a garden. I study art, something I always dreamed of. Carlos works hard, but he always comes home for dinner. We are happy. My family tries to reconnect, but I keep my distance. They need to learn respect first. I share this story to remind you, the person you love may not be what they seem. But if their heart is true, that is all that matters. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe for more. See you next time.